Okay, at the Sifra that's Niuta, way in the back. Okay, so we went through yesterday that I think we just finished the Risaruk, and we also came over. We're now on number Bet on page Tov Reish Mem Ches. I think that's a Ches. So let's get down closer and see it a little bit better. So he says like this, number Bet. He said, Bibir Shani Rei Beferish Marie Saruk. Oh, we did that, right? So he says, and I think maybe we did this one already. We did this one. So we're on number Gimel. That's where we're at. Number Gimel, Bir Shlishi Rei B'Kol Baroma. Look over here at the Kol Baroma. Al Idra Rabba, and he says Shabir Ba'ofen Nosef. So he explains this in a different way. An additional way, he says, V'olecha v'nafik Tikkun ha'teshi shuhu b'bechinas dinim mebechinas Tikkun ha'shmini shuhu rachamim. So what does he say? The lo nafik Tikkun ha'teshi, the second doesn't come out or extend out, shuhu b'bechinas dinim mebechinas Tikkun ha'shmini, from the 8th Tikkun, which is rachamim. Never gets past that. Never gets out to manifest itself. So we say that they're swallowed up in there, nullified in there. Because the mazlos sweeten it up. That's what he means to say. Never gets out of being incorporated in the mazlos. Now we already saw this, the Rees Rook talked about it, this kind of idea. Who hold the kesser. Now I don't, once again, I don't have this in evidence, I'm not sure what he means. So who hold the kesser is the hold of kesser. So just trying to think through that, I just take it what he says right now. The 9th is the Hod, represents the Hod, the Kesser of what? The Kesser of the Rosh, I'm not sure. Bebechinas Makif Gevuros Kesser. So again, it's the concept of the Makif and the Gevuros of Kesarim, or Bebechinas Penimi. So all of this is, I would need help with this. V'cheim Hod Gevura Sheshnechem Bebechinas Din. That's what he wants to say. It all has to do with the left side, it's Hod and Gevurim. So he tells you why it's so full of din, and that was the explanation. He says that did I skip something? No, nafik da min da ratzon l'lovish afal pi shetika the deshira nikra l'olofim. I skipped that part, which is called for 1,000. Who hod the keser v'mincha. So this is bebechinas. So he says that this is the hod of Kesser, bebechinas makif, gevuros Kesser, bebechinas penimi. So all these things, these words that go together, makif usually doesn't go with the concept of gevuros, but he says it's the makif of the gevuros of Kesser, maybe, and gevuros of Kesser. So he said bebechinas penimi. The pnimi part. Vehem chod ugevur sheshnechem bechinas den. Im kol zechal nafek bechinas mazlach shehu rachamim. It's saying even though that you have all of this power that's coming from the hod of Kesser, and it's referring to what's the penimius, which I think he means penimi versus makif, but I'm not sure. And bechinas b'mazlach shehu rachamim. The fish have moved loyim betoch mazlos ad kan v'ayin sham od. There's more over there. Moving along, he says like this: Bir Revi. Here's a 4th explanation. He says that we could say about this 9th Tikkun. Reba emek amelech. Look there. He says b'zel d'shalnach v'lo nafik dom in do. Because seir echad, because every individual hair yesh lo motza echad b'fnei atzmo, it has its own opening or way to get out. Ve'inu yotze b'makom leveira, and it never extends beyond the place of his neighbor or what the hair that's next to it, ad kan. So in other words, they don't cross each other. And now we understand that. We can see this L'Cholon. He's going to explain this later on in regards to the Inyan Tikkun Yud Aleph, because we'll be over there in a minute. He said, this is what he said, V'chad sar lo nafki nima. So the 11th Tikkun is where no strands of hair, min nima, the Idra, that's the language of the Idra. So he said, so the root of, let's go to no hair goes into the root of the hair that's next to it. It has two different things, an opening and a root, but smicha in a place of its growth, but makom echad b'fnei atzmo in a miyuchad place. I gotta close the door here for a second. Okay, back to that idea. So now we're now on number Hey. So he says, Bir Chamishi, here's the fifth explanation. He says, Rabbi Yofashah, Shabir Kanvazel Lashona, but he wrote like this, Va'osem Asa'aras Akatanim, Lo Nafkim Do Mado. They never, again, this is the phrase that we're concerning about. What does it mean, Lo Nafkim Do Mado? Ad Kan, V'dachayra, Kavanaso Shahasa'aras Akatanim Atzman. It wants to say that they don't, one's not longer than the next. That's what it means, one's not longer than the next. And they don't extend beyond each other. I think that's what he means. Number Lamed Aleph has a little place on it down below. So he says, Mihu. Ray B'ha'aras the Vir Mashulav, either Revira Rizal, Shemuv al Zecha V'Kushis Hakol Barama, he has a Chaviyah in the Rekach, the problems there. The In came Yehei Nechshav the base Tikkunim, because if you say that it's like two Tikkunim. What are those two Tikkunim? One of them is Etzem as Aros, that is, that we're talking about focusing on these little hairs in between the two mazzles. And what's the second one? V'Shenis, Hashuvos Hasaras, that they're all they're whatever we call Hashuvos as far as, but they're equal. Ukamo Tikkun the Siri, like the 10th Tikkun, Vachad Answer Ein Sham, and like the 11th Tikkun. So look over there and you'll see something else. Now that was number Lamed Aleph. There's Lamed Aleph up there. So here's a Bir Shishi. Where is it? There it is. Bir Shishi, Re Bibir Hamashula V'Rabibir Grua Lefi Darko. So he's going along like this. The Koi Al Maj Al Min Sa'aros She'enim Is Arvim Klal Zeh B'Zeh, and a simple idea. They don't cross over into each other. I think that's what it is. They don't mix into each other. That's a simple explanation of the Vilna Gaon. So now we're going to number Zion. Here's a Bir Shavi. Here's the 7th explanation. Re B'Zohar Chai. The lo nafking dom and da, that they don't go out, they don't extend one for the other. Ritzon lobo she'em yotzev v'nifradim sa'aros hakatanos. So we once again that we don't see that they come separated. The sa'aros hakatanim v'tikun the shihim min sa'aros aruchim shalom mazlos. They never get separated out from them. Now, what does that mean? Ela adarava misarvim zeh b'zeh. But what we mean by this concept of their mixing, or their lo yatzim zem b'zeh, lo nafkim zem b'zeh. He says, misarvim zeh b'zeh k'muva be'idra rabba. He said, v'zel l'shono, bein kol elu shnei mini sa'aros aruchim shal mazel. So these two long hairs, which refers to the mazels, or this one mazel, which is, no, he has it both. One is notzer and the other was v'nake. Yesh sa'aros katanos, there are little hairs involved over there. They moved lion b'sharshe eluch aruchim, and they're swallowed up inside of these longer ones. That's what happens. Lo nafkin da midah el misarvim b'socham ad kan, but they mix in with them. They're a part of them, like they're traveling along the same route, and that's it. Number Ches, and we're getting down to the end here. Number S says like this: Bir Shemini Rei B'Yayin Arekach Adnid B'Chodosh al idra rabba bezal l'shana bediluk. Yechatika l'dashihi hazeh, hu b'bechinas sa'aros ketanim, its aspect of little hairs, amuvlos bein shtei hamazlos, which are swallowed and absorbed into the big ones. Ve'hem ketzarim, they're short. She'ein arkom shavach v'im orach trin mazlim, but they're not the same length. They're short hairs. So what do you got here? They move into them, and they become mixed with them. Misorder them, so they're aroused, and then they become mixed in the sa'aras adikta the she im inun shasari the talon b'shikula, with those ones that are hanging down, I guess, evenly downwards. Kolomer im osam sa'aras hamishaloshim, those which are continuing to develop downwards, shehem trin mazlim, which are those. But that's the whole idea, the tikkun of the she. This will stop here. Im da shehem sa'aras shalamazlos elahem ketzarim, they're short. The Dechem nechshav and the tikkun b'fnei atzman. So in other words, they're traveling along, but they don't look the same because they're shorter. There's a little bit of Lamed down below. Lamed says, Katzas Tzarek Beardis, it needs a little more explanation. Because when he says, no nafki, hu lushan yitzia, it means they go out. They actually extend beyond, something like that. So it's good. It comes out to be that the hairs of the tikkun, they go out, the tikkun the she, yachad im sa'aras amazal, together with them, al l'shein mistaimim yachad, but where they end up, not the same place. That's it. Thank you, Rebbe, for learning with me. Have a good Shabbos, and I guess I'll see you Monday. Call 2.